What is going on, Scream Squad? It is me, your boy Scream Reactions, and I am back with another YouTube video, y'all. Today, I will be reacting to the Paranormal Files, the Demon House in Minnesota. The other day, one of y'all commented down below and asked if I could watch the paranormal investigation. So, that's what I will be doing, y'all. This will be a part 1 video. So if you want to see the rest, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And if you haven't checked out my other videos on my channel, make sure you guys go and do that now. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the video on gang.
You can come tap on that bell in the center of the room.
If you had the chance, would you spend the night in a haunted house? Well, a home in southwestern Minnesota is being called an Airbnb with a twist.
This house on Scandia Avenue has stood in the middle of town for more than a century. Now it may be a portal to the supernatural.
We're dealing with something not human. Right when I said that.
It's one of the most active places I know of.
Oh, look at that! Oh, man.
This is the first time, y'all. So hopefully this is good.
If Fred's here, can you touch one of the lights?
Oh! Can you ring that bell if you aren't human? What the?
Different voices that said, I'm Fred, Fred's coming.
My name is Fred.
Hey, I like things like this, y'all.
There was just a thump again, guys. Did you hear it?
Oh my God!
But she's mean. Oh shit! That scared. Oh!
On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're investigating a haunted Airbnb here in Minnesota. And already we've experienced some pretty spooky things.
I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more.
Hey, I love things like this.
I've been running so
I love stuff like this.
that my feet don't work no more. Oh no.
Already noises going on.
Sounds like someone's going. Okay. This house has seen its fair share of tragic history, including the deaths of 2 infant children right here in the home and the deaths of both their mother and father. The history of this place is very mysterious, and the hauntings here are incredibly intense.
He
Said it was intense, y'all. Hopefully it is. I love stuff like this.
So join us on tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files as we investigate a house that a lot of people haven't heard of, and honestly I hadn't either until we arrived here tonight. But what I can say already is that we've had some really crazy activity off camera, including a ball that rolled down the stairs literally 5 seconds ago. And yeah, we just all have the feeling that tonight's gonna be a very active evening. I haven't felt like this in a while, and it's exciting. But anyways, welcome to the Paranormal Files. Do you hear that tapping? It came from over here now.
Yeah. That's really creepy.
Hey, straight off the bat, they're already hearing noises. So we could tell this is going to be a good investigation.
There's definitely an unsettling vibe here.
Okay, my boy.
Also, I want to say shout out for the whole spooky family out again. Yo!
Spooky.
Mom, tell us a little bit about this place, because we're not getting a historical tour tonight.
Okay, we are not going to get a tour. Minnie and Fred Eckert built the house. Both died in the house. Minnie's funeral was held in the house. Fred was a very important
That's crazy.
in town. We will learn more about that later. But They had 2 children that died in the house. When Minnie died, her funeral was held in the house, and so a lot of deaths.
That's crazy. A funeral held in the house.
So and it's close to Sioux Falls. I've always wanted to come here. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's a haunted Airbnb.
Haunted Airbnb.
So you two can come investigate this place.
Yeah.
Right.
$200 a night, $250.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Very reasonable.
Maybe so.
It's got the ghost of a gardener, correct?
Yes. We finally have a nice haunting, not
Yeah.
devil, demon.
No demon.
No, you don't know what they're putting in the plants.
Oh.
Who said the gardener is nice? Really, really cool. Here we go.
You love
There's a place. Welcome to Boyd. So yeah, they've seen a ghost gardener.
Right. Fred was the ghost gardener, and it's supposed to be children, very active in the house. They like to play games, cards.
Now I read online too that there's a ghost cat.
Right, there is a ghost cat, so that's gonna be very cool.
What's the cat's name?
Okay.
Pink. Boo. If you had a ghost cat, what would you name it?
I'd say I'd have to go with Lil Boo.
Lil Boo.
Lil Boo.
Jeff, what about your ghost cat name? I'd go with Snuggles.
Snuggles.
I think I'm gonna choose Sheets.
Sheets.
I was gonna say that. Really?
Sheets.
You steal my idea of mine?
That's a good name.
Shit, here it is right here. Yeah, this place
That's a
looks
good
pretty
name.
from the outside, huh? Can't really see it, but
You hear that spooky grinding noise?
And y'all make sure you go check them out, man.
don't you think?
Make sure you go check them out. The Paranormal Files. There'll be a link in the description.
Connor, what you think? What, lock Connor up in the shed alone? Yeah, I'm down for that. Connor? Alright, guys. Well,
Okay.
here we are. Time to head on in.
Let's do this.
Get on up.
Oh, snap. Here we go, y'all.
Very nice.
Yes, it is.
Here we go.
Haunted house. A true haunted house.
Look, even these green silos, I know, creepy, right? The trees, especially the light. The lighting.
Oh,
It's a
it's
creepy house.
cold out. November.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go. In a secluded and tranquil corner of Minnesota lies a town
Let's hear the backstory.
where time seems to have paused, beckoning visitors to uncover its enigmatic past.
Okay.
The historic Boyd House, once resonating with the joyful echoes of children's laughter, now sits as a dark omen in the center of town. So step back with me for a moment to an era when life was simpler.
Okay.
Neighbors were close, secrets stayed buried.
All right, give us that story, my boy. Give me that story.
Technology. A 2.5-hour drive west of Minneapolis,
Okay.
Minnesota, reveals an endless expanse of farmland, interrupted only by the quaint and unassuming town of Boyd, Minnesota. Surrounded by sprawling fields, this tiny settlement offers a break from the monotony of the rural landscape. Boyd, located on land originally home to the Dakota and Anishinaabe tribes, remains connected to its indigenous roots, with descendants of the tribes still living in the area. Near the town center, at the northeast corner of Scandia Avenue and 2nd Street, stands 217 Scandia Avenue, a grand white house with a one-room porch, nestled in the shadow of the Boyd Water Tower. Adjacent to an old lumber yard and backed by railway tracks that once served as the town's lifeline, this house now goes by the name the Boyd House, lovingly bestowed by its current owner, paranormal investigator Jill Shelley. Built in 1901, the land beneath the house dates back to 1884, when it was owned by the Hastings and Dakota Railway Company. And the land's early history involves a tragedy. Charles F. Hatch, an early trustee, took his own life in 1889.
That's crazy.
And later passed through multiple owners before H.J. Hackinson and his wife Pauline acquired it in 1901. By 1912, the house became home to Fred and Minnie Eckhart, a family
Okay.
of German immigrants. Fred, an influential member of the community, operated a general store, served as justice of the
Hey, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I love history.
church, still visible from
I love me some history.
Fred opened his general merchandise store with his brother-in-law and soon became a well-respected contributor to the community. Fred himself cultivated a solid relationship with his customers. People entered the store every day wanting to see him, and he even minted his own coins for his customers' convenient use. Here's a photo of one of those coins. I thought this was pretty interesting. Known for his gardening skills,
Okay.
some claim to have
Coin
seen
looks
Fred's
clean.
spirit tending to the garden long after his death. The house and the Eckhart store endured through hardships like the Great Depression and local flooding due to their proximity to the railroad.
So you already know there's bad things going to happen in there. Like,
Of their 11 children, 4 passed away in infancy.
that's crazy.
White House itself, Fred and Minnie themselves lived their final.
Just imagine how that mom would feel, losing all her kids to infancy, 4 of them.
A permanent spiritual imprint on the property. After the Eckerts, the home was later owned by a woman named Anna Maria Reicherzer, and according to the deed, she was born May 24th, 1887, and died October 16th, 1977. Mrs. Reicherzer also passed away in the Boyd House, adding to the home's mysterious death toll. As a lifelong enthusiast of the paranormal, Jill Shelley spent years visiting haunted locations with her paranormal team, St. Croix Paranormal. Fueled by a dream of owning her own haunted house, Jill began searching for the perfect property. When she saw the photos of 217 Scandia Avenue, she knew it was the one. And from the moment she stepped inside, she... Presence. Jill, who prefers traditional investigative tools like K2 meters and spirit boxes, quickly found evidence of activity. Within minutes of setting up, one of her REM pods lit up in a room now known as the Purple Room, where she later hung photos of Fred and Minnie. Now, interestingly, at one point, Jill was given a book about Boyd's history called Memories, 1884 to 1984 Boyd, a book which was put together by town volunteers. The book itself is full of photographs and details about the history of the town, including some history of the Eckert family and the general store. Jill herself states that when she first brought the book into the home, it was quiet, but the moment she began opening the book up and asking the spirits about it, the place exploded with energy. Is it possible that the ghosts in the home became emotional and nostalgic and decided to come out of the woodwork to speak with Jill while she had their photographs out on display? I don't know, but it's pretty interesting. And this suggests a deep connection between the house and its own history. Jill and her husband Justin have painstakingly redecorated the house to reflect its early 20th century roots. They've added ornate Victorian wallpaper, antique furniture, and even objects with supposed spiritual attachments to create an atmosphere that might resonate with its spectral residents. The exterior of the home has remained unchanged for over 100 years. The house itself is a spacious 2,120 square feet, with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it's filled with beautiful, ornate, natural woodwork. There are also nicknames for some of the rooms inside of the house, like the Purple Room and the Gold Room, rooms which exude an air of nostalgia. There's even a yellow sunny kitchen featuring a vintage table and chairs, a solid wood banister and handrail on the staircase, and at the top of the home, a spacious attic with its interplay of light and shadow, which adds to the home's mysterious charm. The attic is known to be one of the more active places in the house based on previous paranormal investigations. And I do have to add in here, although the history of this home is pretty innocuous and pretty average, honestly, when you consider old Victorian homes and the families that lived and died in them, there seem to be some darker secrets inside of the Boyd house. Because, you see, despite the tranquil energy that many investigators report experiencing, some investigators have a night that's a bit scarier than average. It seems that the Boyd house holds darker secrets. Jill herself, the owner of the home, has captured recordings of disembodied voices uttering scary phrases like, "He stabbed her," and "Search for the body." And those responses beg many questions. Who was stabbed? Was there a murder in the home? Is there a body buried somewhere on the property? At one point, Jill was also investigating her home, and she decided to go check on the storage area at the end of the hallway on the first floor. She was recording at the time, and when she later on reviewed what she had captured, she heard a distinct voice say, "Don't hurt me," almost pleading with Jill. Jill and other investigators have also described feeling incredibly uneasy and a bit frightened at the threshold of the master bedroom closet. And many investigators have described this home as the Midwestern or Minnesota Sally House. If you know the history of the Sally House, you know that that's one of the most evil, one of the darkest locations in all of America. So, for a home like the Boyd house to gather a nickname like that, there has to be some sort of malignant, darker energy stalking the halls. It's a beautiful house, y'all. In addition, with so many investigators having passed through the halls of this home in the last few years, who knows what kind of portals they could have opened up. Even a simple Ouija board session is essentially an
That's why I said, be careful what you guys get into, because like he said, you get into them spirit boards and stuff like that, you open it up yourself in your house for whatever is on the other side of that. You do not know what you're messing with. And they say be careful doing that, because if you're not experienced in doing that, do not do it. Do not. And you got to listen to these experts that know this stuff, because, man.
That night, we definitely believe that something darker has taken up a residence inside of the home.
Okay.
Not necessarily like the visitors, but you also have to imagine the energy of the house.
Oh, shit, like.
11 children. More of
Little
them
nightgown.
meant that they raised 7 kids inside of the house. Imagine all
Something my
these
grandma would wear.
children playing games with each other, running around throughout the halls. This was back in the time before televisions and iPhones, so kids would spend all day playing with their dolls, playing tag or other games with each other, and exploring every nook and cranny inside of the home.
They didn't have the games we have now.
On the walls. Jill, the owner of the house, also believes that one of the ghosts in the home likes to play cards, especially the game 21. Jill herself has a video of a card being pushed off of the edge of a table after she asked the spirit to do so. And over the last few years, many paranormal investigators have visited the Boyd house and documented everything under the sun, from shadow figures to disembodied laughter and even objects moving by themselves. One psychic and additional investigators even suggested the presence of a ghost cat named Samson, who still roams the home. People have also been touched throughout the house, with
Samson.
investigators frequently reporting that they were touched on the back of the head. So it seems like these spirits are eager to communicate and seem to be pretty playful and friendly. But there are still mysteries inside of the home. Who was stabbed? Whose body is still missing? Who's the spirit that spends their time pleading not to be hurt? And why do some parts of the home have very dark, ominous energy? Those are all questions we wanted to ask during our visit to
We need to know these questions, and we got to get to the answers of them.
shrinking from 549 residents in 1920 to just 141 by 2020. While economic
That's a
factors
lot.
likely explain this decline, one can't help
That doll is creepy as hell.
reputation played a role in quieting its streets. The Boyd house itself remains a place
Look at that family.
supernatural intertwined, a space where the past is not just remembered, but also felt and experienced. It continues to intrigue visitors, offering them a glimpse into both the lives once lived and the dark mysteries that linger in the house.
Very, very small town, out in the middle of nowhere, pretty much you drive through cornfields and poof, here you are.
The tiny town of Boyd, Minnesota, about 145 miles southwest of the Twin Cities, has a population of about 170 souls. But there may be some long-time residents who weren't included in the latest census.
The character of it, just the charm, the woodwork, the ghosts.
This house on Scandia Avenue has stood in the middle of town for more than a century. A number of families have called it home over the years, but now it may be a portal to the supernatural.
This is what we consider the parlor. We just kind of redid that. It's just kind of a nice sitting room.
Jill Shelley travels around the country visiting haunted houses.
The piano, every once in a while you'll hear a note play off of the piano.
And about 5 years ago, she realized a lifelong dream of buying one of her very own.
So even just looking at the pictures, I knew this was the house for me. And then I actually came here with my teammate Donna, and as we were waiting outside for the realtor to come, we both had this feeling that someone was staring at us from the attic window. We could feel that.
Shelley says the 3-story Victorian was built in 1901, and about a decade later, Fred and Minnie Eckert.
That's a long, like, bro. Of course, it's an old ass house.
One of these windows is where Minnie's casket was for 3 days.
It's an old ass house, y'all. I'm telling you, man. I'll back straight into the video. For real. Like, these older houses that was built in the 1900s, man. And later, later on after that, like these 1800 built houses and 1900 built houses, they carry some type of energy. And all walls tells a story. I'm telling you, man. Listen.
Fred died in the house as well, years later, and Shelley believes their spirits never left.
I believe they are still here. We've just gotten some different voices that said, I'm Fred, or we'll hear things that said, Fred's coming. So I feel that that family is still here.
Shelley says she's had run-ins with the home's unseen inhabitants since her first night in the house.
My teammate Donna and I were sleeping in this particular room. She said she heard footsteps coming down from the stairwell, came in here, crawled into bed with her, up in her air mattress. She felt like a small kid kind of curl up in bed with her, and she thought maybe I had been doing something, and she turned and she looked and saw that I was still asleep.
She rents the home out to other paranormal investigators and the general public so they can spend the night and have their own eerie.
Hey, I'm no investigator, but I'm down to do the stuff like this. Let me know in the comments if you want me to check something out. Let me know. It'll be my first time as well. I'll be scared as hell.
Like video of what she says are spirits triggering radiating electromagnetic field detectors taken in several rooms in the house. Then there are the dark shadows.
Y'all got to be careful, man. Open yourself up. Y'all seen that? Look at that. Look at that ball. Whatever that was.
It's probably one of the most active places that I know of that we've been to as far as the house, you know, compared to like an asylum or something like that. Just being a house out in the middle of nowhere. It's very active and it's a lot of fun.
Shelley says she isn't sure why so many
I'm all up for fun. I'm all up for the fun.
Some people say we have a portal here. I'm not so sure on that, and I don't really know why they're here, why they stay, but we're happy to have them.
Me, all in the middle of nowhere.
Here right now, it looks like it's very late at night, but it's actually only about 6:30 because it's Minnesota.
Hold on.
And it's November, so the sun's already, been set for like an hour. It's pretty crazy. But this house is incredible. The Boyd House here in Boyd, Minnesota. Very small town. 167 people live here. So you've got this little kind of community, and the center of it is this house. This house with this dark past and these even darker hauntings.
So everyone knows everyone.
Personally, I get an energy in here that you can immediately feel. I don't want to say like a bad energy, but it's definitely uncomfortable. There's a distinction there between the two. But the ball going down the stairs was crazy just now because the REM pod just started going off, and then the ball rolled down the stairs. And first, I want to introduce the three little piggies. All right, Jeff, let's start with you and what happened to you earlier, man.
How do we put that? I was using the restroom upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down style, just kind of mind my own business, and right across from me, the night light came on and went off. Of course, the lights were on. So that was the very first thing that I kind of experienced. Then, of course, since you've been busy upstairs, ramping up and noises. The whole house itself, I don't know if it reminds me again of maybe like a Garnet house or something, or a little Melbourne Manor-ish small version. I was looking at it here.
The wood paneling kind of.
Yeah, something. There's a lot of small, like compartmentalized areas. Yeah, it's got energy for sure.
It's pretty freaky. I mean, I don't necessarily know, like,
That's something I would get into, y'all. I don't know. I'd be scared for real. I ain't gonna cap to y'all.
spirit here too. And that's what was playing with the ball.
I'd be scared.
I reset that REM pod like 4 separate times, and it immediately started going off again. And even the motion sensor light went off too, which was kind of freaky. And that's just when you guys were like waiting right over here. Yeah. Well, that's creepy. Mom, last but not least, certainly.
Thank you. I was upstairs and just walked by the children's room, and that is super creepy. And I heard a noise.
What happened?
I heard a noise come from the children's room when I walked by. It's got a lot of energy at this location.
I'm excited to. Well, folks, we love having the whole fam here. And I think for tonight's investigation, it is interesting because we don't know the in-depth history. We literally only know what Mary read us at the very
All right, let's get into it.
a couple deaths, ghost of a gardener, a ghost cat. So there's a lot of interesting experiments we can try tonight.
Again, y'all, make sure you go check them out, man. Go check the Paranormal Files out. First time ever experiencing this. So this is something new. Before the investigation started, we captured some bizarre activity on camera while setting up. Okay. Okay.
So you shut this off 3 times.
Yeah. It just keeps on
It just
going.
keeps going. And this is where the she was laid out right here. She had the funeral right here. Minnie,
Another REM pod, you gotta stand close to it to make it go off, but I know about a little bit of investigation, y'all. Hey, I'm just saying this is my first time reacting to a paranormal investigation. So if y'all want to see more, comment down below, man.
Can you go touch that red light again? Oh.
step up in front of here and make this light go off. I mean, you were just talking,
I know.
right, about doing the investigation. Count, like, not one
Nothing.
pod yet, like some locations.
And this, I've reset it
Yeah.
4 times now.
Can you come forward and make this light go off so we know you're right there?
There's something there.
Can you step away from it? Can you step away from that thing that's making the noise? What the?
I got a ringing in my ears. Whoever's here, come and step in front of this white ball. Show yourself. Can you light that up more for us? You like playing with it? Oh, keep filming. Oh, look at that. Okay, good. If that never goes off that pod, then a ball or something.
Where was the ball?
Set it up upstairs. Okay, that came down while we were not filming. Where was it? Is at the top of the stairs. Look, show that on camera. Look, go walk up there. Yeah, set it up right next to that one. That's where to set it up. God damn it, I can't miss that.
Holy shit.
Really? Yeah, we're kind of like, I wish you'd get
I
started.
reset the other REM pod 4 times. Like, reset it, and then immediately after I reset it, take a step back.
Different lights.
That's crazy. They're already experiencing activity while just sitting there in the house, just getting there. The night haven't even started yet.
We got, as you can see up there, that ball's reset up. If there are any of the kids here, you want to push one of those balls down?
If it moves, y'all.
First floor of the Boyd house. This is the area where the funeral was held, the old parlor. And we have a new device that's kind of yeah, it's again bouncing right the Egley wheel or the vitality wheel. It measures really energy. So a lot of people have written about it, like an athlete, for instance, might be
Okay, okay.
tests his energy level from low, medium, high. You can get higher if you like meditate, relax, eat good food, good health, that kind of thing. Or you can just have energy like from the environment that can move the wheel. And then it will go up the scale from low to high. There's more energy. So if I put my hand around it, for instance, touch it, I think
That's sick. That's cool. All right, man. We're going to call quits on that one right there. If y'all want to see part 2, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. And if you want to check their channel out, there will be a link in the descriptions. Shout out to Paranormal Files. And, hey, let's say get this to 11 likes. No, we're going to say about 15. Let's get this to 15 likes, and I'll do a part 2. Get this to 15 likes, and I'll do a part 2 to the Demon House in Minnesota. So, man, listen. They're already getting activity while being there. Not even starting the night off yet. So I'm hoping the rest of it will be really good. I want to do more stuff like this, but I need to know from y'all perspective if you want me to do more of this stuff like this. Comment down below, y'all. And without further ado, I'm gone. Peace.